This too felt nostalgic.
Well, let's start with what happened. J. Cole released a mixtape. That's yeah. J. Cole released a mixtape called Birthday Blizzard 26. All
Which
right.
is
It
what,
was
10
released
days
just
before his
before his
album was coming
birthday.
out?
Right. And so Jadakiss was right. Jadakiss said that J. Cole has a mixtape coming out because he spit over some Locks records and he heard them and they're fire. And so he was right. J. Cole released Birthday Blizzard. It is 4 songs and it is hosted by none other than DJ Clue.
Yep.
Illuminati!
Yep.
Yeah. So
Haha.
what I thought was really cool was, if you don't mind me starting,
Oh, please.
what I thought was really cool was this was only on J. Cole's website. This was only on thefalloff.com. And you paid whatever you wanted for it, but it was only over there. Now, since then, it's made its way to YouTube, whatever. But it was only over there.
The real
Ain't even
ones.
bothered putting it on streaming. And I hope it don't go to streaming. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I love that this was only a website release.
Yeah. And the real ones
Love
went
it.
to the website and paid whatever they paid to get it. So
That's right. We sure did. Because I went straight over there and was like, yes, take the monies.
absolutely.
Take the monies.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So we get Birthday Blizzard. We got 4 songs. We got Bronx Zoo freestyle. They're all freestyles, by the way. They're not songs. There's no hooks here, none of that. So we get Bronx Zoo freestyle, Golden Goose freestyle, Winter Storm freestyle, and the 4th one is 99 Build freestyle. J. Cole brought DJ Clue with him. J. Cole brought his rhyme book with him. And J. Cole also had notes for y'all. The same way Dash had notes. This last review we just did, J. Cole went in the booth and was like, "Oh, hold on, because
Somebody said something.
I brought my notes. I brought my notes
Somebody
with me.
say
I brought
something
my notes with
to
me. I decided I brought the notes. I heard that shit you said. I heard it. I heard it. Yeah. So let me just address that. Hold on. Let me make sure I address all of the things.
Yeah, he came with his list.
He came with his list. Absolutely. He sure did. All right.
No,
You start this one.
nobody is more petty than a rapper, okay? All right?
You gotta be careful with us.
Nobody.
Us rappers,
Nobody.
you gotta be real careful with us.
And I don't even think half the time y'all really think y'all being petty. Y'all just like, I'm just telling the truth.
In the words of the great LL Cool J, even when I'm rapping, I'm being sincere.
Right. Right. I feel like it be on some, I'm just telling you what happened. And I'm just telling you how I feel. Okay.
That's it.
All right. Patty Patty.
That's it. Sometimes you just gotta let them know. So come on, what you think about this?
I thought it was good. I liked it. I liked the beats that they used. Very
Classics, all classic
yeah.
beats.
I said first I said this is a great album rollout because I just feel like
Absolutely.
I mean, what better way to roll out your album than a mixtape? Just
Right.
I mean,
Right.
why not? Why not? And we did talk at length recently about what he's doing to make a splash versus what he's doing for his fans, and I feel like this we're seeing all of that unfold.
Yeah, this was both.
Right. I felt like this was both too. I said this felt classic and current at the same time.
Yep.
Under Bronx Zoo, I put the beat, yes. DJ Clue, yes. This is hard, like hard as in fire. Oh, and then I put talking about the people talking about him. I see you, J. Cole.
Yeah.
And I mean, it continues. He does say hardly.
Yeah.
You had given me a heads up, but when it happened, I was like, J. Cole, let's work together. I got mad you can do.
Yep. But he did it already. He did the ad. He did the ad for you. You didn't even have to pay him.
Right. I was like, oh, this is super cool. I felt like he killed the one-liners, but who's expecting anything different?
Right.
Um, Winter Storm to me. Oh, and you feel free to jump in whenever, but I was gonna say Winter Storm felt very effortless. Like he sounds pretty effortless when he raps, but I just felt like something about Winter Storm felt like, I don't know if he sat down or something, but he felt very relaxed. He sounded very comfortable, and I like that. I like that once you got to the third one, it was like he calmed down a little bit, like he mellowed out for a minute. He was like, "Let's do this one now." So yeah, but
Okay.
I'm this excites me more for the album. I'm not saying it'll be the same, but I just think just
Mhm.
hearing from him and him talking back at this point is nice, which is kind of what I wanted to see. And I said that a long time ago, that I kind of wanted him to take a break and then come back and give us whatever you're going to give us.
And unlike Drake, he did.
Yeah.
By the way, before I give some of my thoughts,
Yeah.
I just want to ask: did you catch the line of stupid ass rappers gave their whole career to Lucian?
Yep. I heard that. I said,
I
oh.
said, "Ooh, wasn't there someone that we know who was really buddy buddy with Lucian, and then was beefing with Lucian after saying his name a lot on records and in public?" Hmm. Okay. You said Drake and J. Cole are still friends, and I told you last time you said that. I don't know.
Well, I said
I
I
don't
didn't know.
know.
I said we don't. I said there
I
wasn't
don't
a.
know. That's a one good thing about this pod being so often. We got footage.
Yeah.
You said just the other day when we were talking about the fall off, you said they're still buddies, and I said, I don't know about that.
But
You
what?
said, no, no, no. It's pretty clear they're friends, and I said, I don't think so.
Okay.
And we had a little debate.
Okay. I cool.
I think that I don't think they're the best of buddies today, and I think
Fair
Cole is
enough.
okay with that. I think Cole is okay with that today. I think Cole is okay today with the chips falling wherever they may.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
That's what I think.
if bridges have been burned, bridges have been burned. I thought that what I said was that it's unclear where they're at, and they could very well still be friends. Um,
We'll have to go back and pull up the tapes. We'll see.
sure, but like you said, it sounds like the bridge was burned. It doesn't sound like they're friends anymore. So
And he also said there's no beef to squash because it was never beef to begin with. And I feel like that was about Kendrick, not about Drake. I feel like people are going to take that line and think it's about the Drake and Kendrick battle, and I don't think that's what that is. I think that was Cole talking about him and Kendrick.
that would make sense.
All right. Let me just talk a little bit about what I feel about this project right here. I absolutely love that this is all old school mixtape style. Cole kept the mess ups. You could hear him at one point. He kind of held a note too long and had to kind of stumble back to catch it up to the beat.
Yeah.
I love that he left that in. It didn't punch and fix it. I love that this was like, I'm going to be at the radio station freestyling, and whatever happens, happens. It felt very much like the Rockefeller up at Hot 97 freestyle days. It felt very much like the old school Clue tapes. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Now, I do have mixed feelings on this project, I have to be honest. And this is probably the first J. Cole project that I've ever had mixed feelings on, if I remember correctly. Because usually I'm like, I like it or I don't. Here are my thoughts. On this one, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Because I told y'all, I'm going to be fake up here. I have a thing about people rapping on classics. And where lyrically, J. Cole delivered. Because he's one of the highest level rappers that exist.
Mm-hmm.
He did not kill all of these with the flows and the delivery. There are some of them where I don't know why, but he chose to sound more laid back. And I don't think these were the beats to sound laid back on. It was like, it wasn't like he was reading, but it was like he was just real calm. It was like he was just sitting down talking to a friend. These are not the beats to sound like you're sitting down talking to a friend. These are the beats that you got to put foot to ass.
You felt like
These
that
are
for
the
all
beats.
of the songs?
I think on 2 of them, it is very clear that he is not giving the usual excitement level,
I agree.
the usual amount of delivery, the usual amount of emphasis. The first 2, and you can hear the switch, because in the first track, there's a point when he turns it up.
Yeah.
He's rapping almost monotone the whole time. And then at one point, he turns it up. And it's like, oh, J. Cole, you woke up for a few bars. And then he goes right back to the monotone. These are not the beats to sound monotone to. So, although, again, he is killing it lyrically.
Yeah.
This is not the stuff to sound like you just woke up and you're being real calm. It doesn't sound good that you're calm on these classics that are very exciting beats. Because these were not shoo-wop, shoo-wop. These were not those beats. These were the bangers of the 90s. Mostly Bad Boy records too, by the way. I don't know if anybody peeped that, but I did. And that's fine. But these are not the records to do that to. So I don't know if he was trying to channel Mace, right? I don't know if he's trying to be calm like a Mace kind of situation, but that's not J. Cole. J. Cole don't come on sounding calm like Mace. I don't think that was a good idea. Not on these beats. That's number 1. Number 2, it stands out even more when you get to the 3rd and 4th record. Because now J. Cole is giving you that energy and delivery that you're used to. Because the 4th one is the best one. The 4th one, you got that energy all throughout.
Yeah.
And he's not playing.
Yeah.
And even what I said about leaving in the mistakes of having to catch up to the beat, there's also less of that on the 4th one. Yeah. You can hear that more in the first 3 than on the last one. On the last one, it's damn near perfect. And I appreciate, and this is why I'm torn, I appreciate that this is supposed to feel kind of like I'm not really, this is not supposed to be the most polished work. This is supposed to be like rough thrown together type. Yeah, but the problem is this is not 2001. This is 2026. And today, 2026 freestyles are very polished. Today, you got niggas like Black Thought and Royce 5'9" going up to Hot 97 and freestyling perfectly for 10 minutes. Sounding like this shit was not even a freestyle. Sounding like this the best shit you ever heard in your life.
Yeah.
This will be held to the same candle as those freestyles. Because J. Cole is a high-level rapper like those rappers.
Yeah.
And when you put these freestyles next to those freestyles, it does not sound good except that last one. That last one is the only one you want to put with those other ones. And in reality, you should want to put all of these with those. And that's where I have mixed feelings. And that's why I'm torn, because part of me wishes he didn't do this. Part of me hates that I got to come up here and say J. Cole sound monotone and not really excited on certain records. I hate that. But it's also the truth. And so part of me wishes he did not do this. Now, I understand the marketing. Fucking genius. I love paying nostalgia to your art, hip hop, to your fans who are 40, and to DJ Clue and everybody. And all the 90s rappers and all the 90s fans. Fucking amazing. But at the same time, then, bro, you can't go up there and sound calm like that. You got to go up there and put foot to ass. You got to go up there and just come in with a fucking chainsaw and just mow shit down. And he knows that, because the last one, you didn't get none of that monotone shit. So for the first time ever as a J. Cole fan, I'm very torn about this project. Because I both like it and don't at the same time. Okay. I both love it and wish it didn't exist at the same time. Okay. Because where J. Cole has not forgot the apology, neither have I. Where J. Cole is saying, hey, I'm still rapping. You know what? Even if you think I fell off, well, I'm back rapping better than everyone. I agree. But this is not the best way to show it. And that's why I'm torn.
Okay. That's real. That's honest. I actually, I don't know. I guess because it's a mixtape, I kind of appreciated that he did that. Which is why I said I felt like, yeah, when you got to especially the third track, I was like, sounds like he was like, all right, let me slow this down a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from, and you make valid points.
Oh, and then I don't remember which one it is, but one of the, dun 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 dun. Jay-Z has a classic freestyle over that beat. Come on, man. You're supposed to go up there and make Hove look bad. Now niggas is gonna be playing it and be like, yeah, but Hove shit was better though. No, we don't want that as Cole fans. We wanna be able to play the shit and say, hey, this shit right there with the Jay-Z joint. You feel me? We can't, man, because you went up there and you was sitting down, or I don't know, you was smoking some weed or something. I don't know, you was chilling.
Yeah.
That hurts as a Cole fan, man. I'm also a Hove fan, but I'm just saying, you want to be able to compare the gods to the gods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true.
All right, I'm sorry. You talk.
No,
I've said too much.
no, I think this is fine. I was
Okay.
actually thinking to myself, man, uh, we should have teed up our Drake correspondent to see what he thought.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next.
Maybe for the fall.
Maybe for the follow up. I can confirm though that on his way to work today he was definitely listening to it.
Oh yeah, hard to be a hip hop fan and not listen to this. I mean, it was again genius marketing. Love the nostalgia. I both love and hate this at the same time.
I hear you. I understand.
Which also, let me just say, that means he did his job, because the job is to make you feel something.
Exactly.
The job is to make it something people can talk about. The job is to build the buzz for the new project that's coming in a couple of days. So mission accomplished.
Yeah. Now I feel like I should have been.
All right, y'all.
I feel like I went easy on him.
You did.
Usually I'm like,
but like you said,
you know what?
You just said when we spoke about Ari, you don't have high expectations. I do. For J. Cole, I have the highest expectations because J. Cole has set that bar.
The thing is, I think that I used to have high expectations for certain artists and they disappointed me. So I just stopped. Like, I go into an album now not knowing what to expect. Especially because the landscape and the whole structure that they're working within is different. So the way they put out music is different. Sometimes you could listen to an album and hear that the album was a marketing strategy and nothing else. It wasn't meant for you to feel something. All it was meant for you to do was replay it. So instead of being disappointed now with poor outcomes, and listen, there are things I listen to where I'm like, I'm not listening to that again. Also, there have been things that we both have said off pod, I'm not listening to that at all. So
correct.
I just, at this point, I'm just like, I take it as it comes. If I listen and it sounds great to me, then it sounds great to me. If I listen and I'm like, I have some notes, I have some critiques, then cool. Or if it's complete garbage, which, I mean, we won't talk about the albums that we've talked about in prior years that have been like, what was this? Was I supposed to like this?
Honestly, never mind.
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.